Thank you very much for giving me a chance to read the paper here, and thanks again for coming here. Let's start. Section 1, Introduction. It is widely accepted that derived words are divided into two types: non-compositional, fixed, for example, communicate, and compositional, productive, for example, Hegelianize. Derived words of the latter type show not only word attributes, but also the phrase attribute of free composition. As part of the investigation of the syntax morphology relationship, the present study attempts to show where and how Kasuru derivatives are produced in Japanese, exemplified in 1 and 2. Look at number 1, G, ones, kokumin, people, or accusative, momai, ignorant, ka, change, suru, do. So, jikokumin o momai ka suru means make one's people ignorant. And 2, shinikaketa, dying, momiji, maple, or accusative, bonsai, bonsai, ka, change, suru, do. So, shinikaketa momiji o bonsai ka suru means turn a dying maple into a bonsai. The complex suffix ka suru consists of two bound forms, ka and suru. The verb momai ka suru in 1 indicates that the complex suffix ka suru attaches to an adjective momai to drive a verb which expresses a causative meaning. The example in 2 illustrates the same point. The causative verb bonsai ka suru implies that the object's referent momiji is affected in some way and becomes a resulting state indicated by the base noun bonsai. The aim of this presentation is to explore the semantic and structural aspects of word formation processes in Japanese and English, focusing on how verbs are derived by the suffixes kasuru and eyes. The organization is as follows. Section 2 exposes the communicative functions performed by kasuru verbs. Section 3 deals with the productivity of kasuru verbalization. Section 4 illuminates the semantic properties of the verbs in kasuru and compares them with the properties of their English equivalents. Section 5 elucidates the differences in their base structures. Section 6 explains the origin of the semantic and formal differences between these derived verbs from an anti-lexical standpoint. Section 2, functional properties. This section deals with the communicative functions fulfilled by kasuru verbalization. 2 functions are particularly important: brevity and conceptualization. Brevity is defined as concise and sensible use of words. Look at number 3. 市民 citizen が nominative 武器 arms or accusative 取り hold so all 兵士 soldier か change した。市民が武器を取り総兵士化した means citizens took up arms and made themselves all soldiers. In example 3, the verb 総兵士化する make themselves all soldiers is created in conjunction with the prior comparable phrase 武器を取り take up arms. A brevity effect thus result from this verbalization, which is not obtained from a related verbose paraphrase. The second function is conceptualization. In example 4, a special conception is produced by compressing a predicate content into the verb 立体交差化する. The act of turning a road into a grade separated intersection is labeled by the innovated verb. So 道路 road or accusative, 立体交差 grade separation, か change する do. So 道路立体交差化する means turn a road into a grade separated intersection. In contrast, the act of making one's hands crossed is not lexicalized by a kasuru verb as seen in 5. This is because the action at issue is not worthy of the name. Number 5, 両手 both hands or accusative 交差 cross か change する do. So 両手を交差化する means make one's hands cross, but this is not correct. To sum up, we have reviewed two important communicative functions of Kasuru verbalization, brevity and conceptualization. They demonstrate the lexical attributes of Kasuru expressions. Section 3, productivity. Among several approaches to quantifying productivity, I accept a Hapax-based productivity measure, which gives a key role to Hapax legomena of a large-scale corpus. This rests on the view that capacity of an affix to create new forms crucially involves a degree to which the affix yields words of ultra-low frequency. According to the proposed measure, we calculate the productivity value of Kasuru derivation based on balanced corpus of contemporary written Japanese, a 105 million word corpus. BCCWJ research has attested 130 hapaxes and 516 word types of Kasuru derivatives, and so its productivity value is 0.252. Specifically, productivity P equal N1 divided by V, which N1 is where N1 is a number of hapaxes and V is a total number of word types. So 130 hapaxes are detected and 560 word types are detected. So the productivity of Kasuru verbalization is 0.252. In this measure, the productivity of Kasuru's affixation is defined as a potentiality of creating 130 kinds of new words when 516 kinds of Kasuru derivatives are used. Nearly a quarter of the tested Kasuru types are innovated above. It then turns out that Kasuru verbalization is very productive. Section 4, semantic properties. This section deals with some semantic aspects of Kasuru derivatives, focusing on adjective and noun bases. Let's consider adjective-based. Look at number 6. 開発許可 development permission を accusative 弾力 flexible か change する do 開発許可を弾力化する means make development permission flexible. Thus, the adjectival Kasuru verbs essentially convey transition to a resulting state by causation. We refer to this meaning as result. Turning to noun-based Kasuru verbs, they basically have the same meaning as those based on adjectives. Look at number 7. Namagomi, kitchen waste or accusative, 対比 compose か change する do. 生ゴミを対比化する means change kitchen waste into compost. Thus, the object referent is affected to become the resulting state expressed by the base noun. Let's now compare Kasuru with the English counterpart eyes. A notable semantic difference is that the nominal eyes derivatives have several sub-meanings, whereas their Japanese counterparts especially retain the original meaning. Table 2 shows the result of our research into semantics of Kasuru verbs and eyes verbs. So let us focus here on the sub-meanings of printed in Gothic phase. The reading of result is central to noun-based verbs in both languages. So 325 Kasuru verbs are detected and 54 eyes verbs are detected. While there are a certain number of eyes derivatives that express meaning other than result, their Japanese equivalents are almost never tested. Specifically, we see English English have onative, adjunctive, instrumental is verbs, whereas Japanese rarely have the corresponding verbs. So firstly, kasuru verbs rarely express an onative meaning. The onative meaning is change y so that y is given. So while an is verb expresses an onative meaning, as in accessorize the dress, change the dress so that accessory is given, its Japanese counterpart cannot, as in ドレスをアクセリ化する, which is wrong. Secondly, 化する verbs do not bear an adjunctive sense. Change y into a state where something is being done by x. Although i's derivatives can bear an adjunctive sense, as in patronize the shop, change the shop into a state where support is being done by patron, the comparable Japanese derivatives, 店をパトロン化する, are not acceptable. Finally, 化する verbs do not indicate an instrumental reading. Change y into a state where something is being done with x. While verbs in is bear instrumental reading, as in cauterize the wounds, change the wounds into a state where treatment is being given with cauter. Verbs in 化する cannot have this meaning, as in 傷を焼きごて化する, which is wrong. Why is it that pertinent semantic extensions tend to take place in English but in Japanese? Suffix is forms a causative verb that means make y be x, which entails that the surface object y is made to have some relation to the base noun x. Several relationships such as onative and adjunctive are possible, although the result relationship is the most common and natural one. By contrast, Japanese suffix kasuru has a comparable content word, bakeru. They share the ideographic Chinese character ka, meaning transform. This written form functions as a suffix when pronounced in a pseudo-Chinese manner called onyomi, ka. It functions as an independent verb when pronounced in a Japanese manner called kunyomi, bakeru. So the suffix kasuru, not is, kasuru has developed from the cognate synonym bakeru, and the band form itself signifies the meaning transform. The verb transform entails the resulting state, affect y and change it to the state x, representing an outcome state. For example, the movie transformed her overnight from an unknown schoolgirl into a megastar. So transform entails the resulting state. Therefore, the lack of relevant semantic extension in Japanese stems from the fact that the suffix ka, which originates in a Sino-Japanese ideographic free form, continues to retain its primal meaning. So let's skip slide 20 and 21. So section C, theoretical implications. So the next step is to formalize kasuru verbalization and explain the difference between kasuru verbs and is verbs. But due to the time constraint, I will only focus on the main points briefly. Two approaches were recognized to the syntax morphology relationship. The one is lexicalism, which claims the lexicon stores not only derived words, but also word formation rules for deriving complex words from them. That is, word formation only takes place within a lexicon. This is a lexicalism. The other one is anti-lexicalism, which claims major part of word formation is located in syntax, that is, the core characteristics of complex words are attributed to its syntactic structure while the role with formal processing is entrusted to the morphology module. In what follows, we'll make an argument for supporting an anti-lexicalism model. Let us see a consequence of our analysis. I propose the underlying structure of 9 is 10, tree diagram 10. So look at number 9. 彼ら they が nominative、組織 organization を accusative、会社 company か change する。彼らが組織を会社化する means they turn an organization into a company. In tree diagram 10, small v, small n, small p means verb, noun, preposition, respectively, and vn means verbal noun. So tree diagram 10 exhibits a causative construction where the surface object 組織 has a predicate relationship with the underlying nominal root 会社 and the small clause is dominated by the causative element か. Thus, the core meaning of the 化する construction, change y into x, is derived from its underlying structure. So in tree diagram 10, so 組織 be into 会社, organization be into company, and か means change. So this tree diagram means that to change the organization into a company. So yes, so section 7 and section 7 conclusion. 1. Based on in-depth analysis of Japanese Kasuru derivatives extracted from large-scale corpus, we have uncovered their semantic, morphological, and functional properties. 2. Comparing them with those of eyes verbs in English, their semantic and morphological difference have been identified. 3. We have demonstrated that characteristic of Kasuru verbs and the difference of both verbalizations are derived in a unified manner from their underlying syntax structures. Here are the references. Thank you.
Very much. If anyone has a question, now is the time. We are even ahead of time already, so.
Thank you very much for your interest in